Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, your sister friend and spiritual wifey for lifey, Truth Nuñez, and our spiritual council. Welcome, my lovies. Welcome to today's collective energetic. Okay, for some of you, especially, hi, my lovies. Hi, everybody. I love you. Especially as a channeler. There's someone that's been wanting to ask you for a channeling, or you've been wanting to get a reading done, but you could be intimidating someone, not you personally. I think it's just more that they're kind of worried. I mean, I get it. I remember the first time someone channeled for me outside of my family. I was 18 on my 18th birthday. I went to go get a channeling. Actually, she wasn't there. I had to go back 3 times. So on the 3rd time, and my father was reading my energy. He told me, he's like, "You've gone to see a reader." He was always very possessive about our energies, even though he never really treated us well. But I don't know, for some of you, someone's been doing ritual work on you since you were a child, or someone's been doing ritual work on someone that wants to get a reading done by you, or yeah, there's a liar in the field and they don't want you to know what they really want to conceal. Someone doesn't want someone to get a reading, a channeling. They called me, reminder that for those of you who have been here, welcome back, my lovies. Thank you so much for being my day ones, my new subscribers, everyone in between. But thank you so much for the day ones. I really, truly appreciate you. But I remember, remember that I've shared, okay, somebody wants to play with your memory. Okay. So they want you to doubt that spiritual beliefs, that spiritual, it's almost like someone that's a fake Christian, right? Like Jesus was able to perform so many miracles, but when it comes time to reading the parts that Jesus said you too have these powers, everybody that doesn't want you to have these powers, all of a sudden it's evil. No. They even insert, that's why you have to be careful. Okay, for some of you, someone's using religion to tempt you into relinquishing your spiritual gifts. So I remember my father called me. Mind you, he never really used to call me. He never really was there. He would always call more just like to open up a spiritual wound, like with a knife. Someone could get cut with a knife. It's like opening up a spiritual wound and then not really fulfilling his father duties. But he called me and he's like, "You've gotten a reading done. I read your energy. I went to a Haitian priest." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, they told me you've went 3 times. I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I went 3 times. They were always obsessed with checking my energy, but they were like, it's almost like he wanted to scare me not to do it, because since I was a child, I've had gifts. I remember I used to see spirits. And my father used to tell me, and my mother, no, pray that away. Pray it away. If you're seeing that, pray it away. For some of you, you're going through you are. You're going through an awakening and someone's trying to confuse your spirits, or someone important to you is going through an awakening and someone is trying to confuse their spirits. Or for some of you, spirulina, especially as high priestesses and high priests, somebody wants to come to you. It's like you could be feeling a little bit of anxiety in your soul because somebody really wants to come and get a full reading from you. Or this is what you want to do. You take this however this energy resonates for you. To the point where I went outside right before starting. I went outside to check my cameras. I have cameras around the house. Well, not me, but everybody around me. And my landlord, she put up a camera. She has cameras, and then the neighbors have cameras. So I just, for some reason, wanted to walk by the camera. Someone's doing, it's like they're doing weird things, but it's not because they're trying to be sketchy per se. It's like someone's intrigued. They're intrigued. And they have people, or maybe it's like maybe even their own inner voice is telling them, they're nervous. They're nervous though. This is not the energy that was present in the preliminary for you. But they're very nervous. For some of you, I was getting like pretty woman energy. And there was something about you have 100 days or 30 days Ooh, someone doesn't want to say that to you. To fall in love with a vampire. Not a vampire, but for some of you, a vampire. To fall in love with an angel, okay. To fall in love with a spiritual guide, okay. To fall in love with a dragon. I was seeing this thing online. There was a video, one of those pocket films, and this one came up. It's been present recently. A dragon that people look at the dragon like it's like this demon, and it's like you have 100 days to fall in love with me and I'll make you my bride. But if you don't fall in love with me, and I will know, you will suffer the fate of the others. For some of you, all types of people come here. I also got a download. It's like, I really want to get into it. For some of you, someone really wants, it's like, I really just want to get into my spiritual journey. I really do. And I'm so in love with you. I really do. I want all of your dreams to come true. I really do. I was also getting how, again, my grandparents, they were very Christian, but their church was very different. Their church, Mita in Aron, they believed, for those of you who have been here for a while, you've heard me talk about this. They believed that Christ has already returned and that Christ reincarnated the energy into a woman called Mita. Mita was alive in like when was she alive? In the 50s, the 60s? She was alive, and then she ended up passing away, and she started this congregation, and she grew the congregation, and then she passed her spirit on to Aaron. So he inherited her gifts. And I'm like, it's curious because in a way, I believe what my grandparents believe, but not just that happened between, two people. I believe that Christ consciousness can be activated by anyone that's willing to carry their cross and go through that process, which is very, 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 very dangerous. It's like the ultimate dark night of the soul. To relinquish that type of control to God, to the source, to the all-knowing, all-being, all-seeing, and make that your master. That's a huge feat to accomplish. For some of you, somebody wants to do that. It's like, yeah. For some of you, you've already done it. For some of you, and it's not just like a one and done thing. We know that. But anyways, the whole dragon thing, it did come in with the Pretty Woman movie. I was at the gym and Pretty Woman was on the film, and I'm like, oh, how interesting. And there was the scene where they were in the bathtub and she was washing him, and she kept like scrubbing his chest. There's somebody that's not worried about money. They are not worried about what you've done, if you've been in prostitute energy or not. Men and women in this energy, take this however it resonates. I don't care who you are. It's like Backstreet Boys, where you're from. I don't care how many Backstreet Boys you took. I don't care what you did. As long as you love me. Somebody really wants you to love them. If you can prove to them with your soul's activation that you love them, meaning you love yourself, you've reached some type of frequency that matches to theirs, they're willing to open up their heart to you. They're willing to, Pretty Woman, walking down the street. You may want to watch Pretty Woman for some of you, or Pretty Woman is important to you. The movie marked you. But you may want to watch that movie because you could do like a movie meditation and you'll get messages through that. But somebody doesn't care about what you've been through. They're not necessarily, not that everybody judges, but they're not necessarily like being your jury and it's like they're not trying to condemn you. They're more trying to figure out if you truly have love. I'm getting that rich baby daddy. It's about fucking in a caddy. It's about somebody who is asthmatic. It's about somebody who is very dramatic. Rich baby daddy, what does he say? Bring it out of me. Somebody wants you to bring it out of them. Take that how that resonates for you. So about bringing it out of Ben. It's about Benji. It's about Benjamin. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Giving thanks to God Almighty, the source where we all come from and where we will all return. I want to give them. It's about Buca de Pipo. I want to give thanks to my grandmama, Abuelita Gladys Nuñez. Something about a Beretta. I want to give something about Barada. So about a Nissan Armada. I want to give thanks to my grandpapa, Abuelito Felix Antonio Nuñez. I invite you to do the same. I do honor and thank your... So about boiling crab. I invite you to violate. Okay. So about Violetta. So about violate. I invite you to do the same. I do honor and thank your trusted ancestors who protect and love and guide. Someone's in San Diego. Protect and love and guide all of you. I invite you, especially the Mira Mesa area. I'm seeing the Mira Mesa area. I invite you to honor all religious forces, spiritual forces, natural forces, and God Almighty, again, the source where we all come from and where we will all return, because no matter what, we are all one. Amen. Ali. For some of you, you have very strong remote viewing gifts. Do you realize this? For some of you, as especially if the name Ali or Ali, but strong Ali. It's about a Gemini who never lies. I'm seeing it's about Abu Dhabi. I'm seeing a Middle Eastern man. Very important to the divine plan. Someone has a strong gift of remote viewing. Like, it's like, wow, holy cow. Wow, that's awesome. It's about Mossum. I love Mossum. Something about possum. Something about playing possum. Something about El Paso. Something about paying taxes. Something about back taxes on something. Someone has a strong gift of remote viewing. My God. It's like, whew, I could see clearly now. 11:33. 11:33. 11:33. Christ energy. The Christ risen. 11:33. Masonry could be significant for you. I could see clearly now. The rain is gone. Lorraine is gone. And Stephanie is gonna be leaving too. Stupid attitude, so fucking rude. Oh, somebody was dirt digging on you. A groupie. Someone was stalking you. I can see clearly now. There was another, ooh, it's about a dirty undercover. Something about somebody who lies and tells people there's a slutty, shameful, disdainful, undercover. And this person tells people, like, they go around lying to people, fucking people, telling people that it's like, they lie. Somebody lies a lot. Somebody could be into fraud, but they're in, law enforcement. There's, somebody that commits a lot of fraud that's in law enforcement. And this is somebody that they when they meet people, they lie about who they are, about what they're investigating, or even about their career. They lie about everything. It's like you meet a detective who's fucking corrupt, and they'll tell you they were a teacher. Not because they're trying to investigate something legit. I'm just a messenger. It's about an investigator who was hired for a hit or wanted to kill someone. I'm just a messenger. Take what resonates. If you don't show up here, it doesn't show up here. That's in your field as well. There's an officer who's a criminal, and they're forgetting a lot of things. It's giving. Someone says it's giving. Something about since Thanksgiving, they're losing their mind. People could be noticing that there's they're giving the energy of Dexter. There's a serial killer law enforcement agent. I could see clearly now. They're a stalker and they're stressed the fuck out. They're forgetting everything. It's like Dexter. It's like the show Dexter. Remember, like, he started to, I never watched it, but I had a colleague that would always, and her name was Stephanie, which was interesting. But the name Stephanie is very important in a situation. Somehow she's going to have to put in a resignation. Somehow we can't protect her anymore. There was an officer, there's a corrupt officer or someone that works in law enforcement. But the Dexter, he started to forget where he was putting the dead bodies, or he started to forget she just explained it that way. She's like, it's getting good. Like, I'm kind of disappointed, but it's getting good because he's going to get caught. He's forgetting where he's putting the dead bodies. He's forgetting what lies he told. 1511, 1513, 1514, 1516, 1517. The devil. The tower. Leo. Yes. There's a stalker who obsessed. It's about obscene. Someone has the energy of a psychopath. Like Jeffrey Dahmer. Somebody has like Jeffrey Dahmer energy. Somebody could even eat bodies. What the hell is this? This is not the energy that was present. This is not. Wow. Someone's an obsessed serial killer who has protection from law enforcement. And is a stalker. And also likes to eat people. That's coming in. This is what's coming in. I'm just a channeler. Yes. Yes. There could be somebody, okay, strong Leo. And someone is unstable, mentally unstable. There could be like a chemical imbalance. You know what I'm getting? So I watched an interview about Jeffrey Dahmer. And he was talking about, he wasn't talking about it, but the guy that he almost killed, the last man that he almost killed, that got to escape from him, that was invited into his house. There's a serial killer trying to get into someone's house. Just the messenger. He was invited into his house, and then he said, it's almost like 1711, 1713, 1714, 1715. For some of you, someone can escape death. A crime is going to be prevented. So the last guy that was killed by, this is not what was present at all in channeling, but right before starting. But this is what's present now, so we have to go with the flow so we can grow. So something about a psycho. Someone's a psycho killer. So the guy, he was being interviewed, and he's like, so how did it happen? It's like, we were just meeting. We met at a bar. He was very charming. I didn't know he was stalking me. He was very charming. He invited us over. I went. He like brought me like through this back alley, and my friends were supposed to meet with him. And I just went because, you know, I thought he was a cool guy. And then before you know, I was in his house. I just got invited over. And he's like, I had to keep him in a certain frequency. He didn't say it this way, but that's how he had to keep him in a certain state. He's like, because it was almost like he would just shift. And then this killer thing would take over. It was like almost like he was possessed. And then he would go back to being this really cool guy and talking about things. So we talked for hours. And then finally I escaped. And then finally I escaped. 1912, 1913, 1914, 1915, 1916. The 12th through the 16th are going to be very important. Someone could be trying to book something, stay somewhere. I'm just the messenger here. This is what's coming in. This is making me so cold. Serial killer energy is so cold. cold. It doesn't come in all the time, but a serial killer that's lost their mind. Balance many balance many obligations at the same time. The allocation of resources support the creative flow. Skillful manipulation. Good news. Go with the flow. I'm so cold. Yes, 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 yes to everything. Something about some smooth operator. One thing that they always say is that that serial killers, they always tend to be very charming. Someone could be a fire sign, strong fire, stratosphere. Stratosphere. It's about Las Vegas is here. The letter D. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. 2121. 2121. 2121. Strong fire signs. 2121. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. This is very clear. Someone has unleashed their worst. What did I say? It doesn't come in every day. What did I say? What did Spirit give us? What did Spirit say? What did Spirit give us? Spirit don't play. Someone is exposed as a serial killer that was out for some type of revenge plot. There is a lie that was also exposed about a child or someone that was trying to play innocent. It's about Millicent, something about Milford. It's about Texas. It's about Lubbock. Something about Livingston. This is, I'm just as baffled. I'm just as baffled. It's about scaffolding. I'm just as baffled, my lovies. I'm just a channeler. I'm just the messenger of God. God has chosen me for this. I'm just the messenger, my lovies. Just the messenger here. 23, 18, 19, 20. Lies in the reverse. So we have the truth. This could be, for some of you, a contracted serial killer, but there's a serial killer here nonetheless. Something about Los Angeles, something about someone who is obsessed and jealous. Jealous ass bitch. Jealous ass bitch. It's about Bianca. Jealousy, jealousy, jealous ass bitch. It's about calling an innocent person a snitch. Jealousy, jealousy, jealous ass bitch. 24, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keeps going every time. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. They became your favorite hater. Caleb. Johnson. Nicholas. The fucking ridiculous. with a lot of love. Smooth operator. Caregiver. Oh my God. Caregiver. There is someone's exposed as a serial killer, and they're gonna smooth operator. They're gonna take themselves out of here. There is a serial killer who is a stalker, who's been hunting someone as part of some type of revenge plot, who told a lot of lies, and they're going to take themselves out. And God is saying it's a natural disaster. It's a tower. This serial killer cannot face what they've done in this life. The letter D. Somebody could have been sending you fake emails. There was a guy that bought a channeling from me. I posted about him sending me weird messages, emails. I had to block him, but he kept trying to like pinpoint me, and he kept trying to say like we met up one day and trying to set up these scenarios, and I'm like, what is he even talking about? And God's like, stop talking to this man. He thought we were gonna have a love affair, or he tried to sell something as a love affair. I'm like, this man is fucking creepy. The name David could be significant for you. Is that Palacio? We got a serial killer here that told a lot of lies and is caught up. I'm just a messenger. Who's coming in? Something about projecting who they are. It's about Santa Barbara. It's about Barbara Walters. Smooth operator. Everything is coming in for a reason. Smooth. And sometimes only a season. Thank God. This person traveled. I told you something about traveling. They're going back somewhere. This serial killer traveled to harm someone. This serial killer was employing lies about a child or about an innocent person. Someone could have been cousin, someone's cousin. The name Allen. It's about an Allen key. Some trash. Something about trying to open up a trash bin with an Allen key. It's about dumping a body. So again, I've shared how I have family members that have murdered, not just one. I have multiple family members that have murdered men. I mean, the women, but that I know of, men. The men have murdered. My grandmother, from my father's side, used to use a lot of black magic to harm people. That's why, for me, it's like when people say they go to church and everything. So my grandmother, Gladys, that was an angel. She was an angel. She was an angel. She believed what she believed, and she practiced what she preached to the best of her abilities. Was she perfect? I don't know. That's up to God to decide. Did I love everything she did? Not necessarily. There were certain things that I'm like, grandmama. But was she? I love that lady. I loved her soul. My grandmother from my father's side, Gisela. She would go to church, but that woman, ritual work galore, envious, possessive, greedy, dangerous. I don't know why family is coming in for some of you, toxic family dynamics. Someone was even trying to make you seem, I got a download while I was jogging today of somebody projecting onto you or someone important to you that you got away from the family or from a toxic group or a toxic family dynamic because you're an asshole. No, the way it came in was, no, I don't stay away from people, you know, just because I want to stay away from people. I stay away from people that harm me. No. it's not that I don't get along or that I'm trying to fight. No, no, no. I only don't get along with people that are trying to harm me. I only don't get along with people that are trying to harm me. And it's not that I hate them. I don't get along with people that are deliberately trying to harm me, sabotage my life, ruin my reputation, ruin everything for me. I love me. I think that's healthy. Someone was trying to make your self-love seem unhealthy because they were hired to kill you, to cover up some lies. Lies about instability, lies about maybe even child abuse or doing something to a child. Lied about mental health since childhood. Smooth operator. There will be no assassination. There will be no assassination, but there will be a suicide. It's about a murder-suicide. There will be no assassination, but there will be a suicide. And something about somebody who has to put in a resignation. So a Haitian could be significant for you. So it's curious to me because it's about Haitian voodoo is important in a situation. So it's curious to me because there was an issue with a man that I know. I mean, I don't know him like that, but like I know of him. And this man, he's facing criminal charges and deportation for assault with a deadly weapon. This is debt they owe. This is the spiritual debt that they owe. This is the spiritual debt that they owe. For some of you, something about a Leo, something about a toxic Leo. Someone wanted to assassinate someone innocent so that they could pay off a debt. And they would rather take themselves out than go to court. Because the truth is out. Something about lying and saying someone is an escort. All types of fucking slander. They had accomplices in the courts. Someone had an accomplice in the courts. 32, 17, 18, 19, 20. Somebody had an accomplice that works in government. That's how I'm getting this. Surveillance in the reverse. So someone was able to illegally surveil an innocent person, find out where they live, find out where they stay, find out what's happening with them because they had government resources and they had access to some type of surveillance system. I'm getting that surveillance system that the government says they don't like to use because they feel like people can abuse it and like profile people, but it's like streets. Like you can, it's almost like, it's about Google Hangouts. 3311 Christ energy, 3311. Something about listening to toxic Kevin. There could be a toxic Kevin that works in law enforcement. Surveillance in the reverse. I'm getting like illegal surveilling, stalking, illegal surveilling. They owe. They spiritually owe. They spiritually owe. Infamy, a toxic celebrity. It's about Albie. Fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Someone's a drunk. Is an accomplice. But they can't control someone else's mind to abuse and neglect them. Or there are people, again, this is out in the open. If I could read this so clearly, this is out in the open. It's about a Laotian. Maybe there's a criminal defense attorney. Okay. It's about Journeys, the shoe store. Toxic grandparents could be significant. I'm just a messenger. Like, maybe on the father's side. It's about a grandmother who's suicidal. Something about a marriage. I don't know. I was also getting blessings from my grandparents as I was running. So for some of you, this is in the upright and in the diversity and inclusion programs. This is in the upright and in the reverse. Yeah, these grandparents are suicidal. They fell right over the suicide. Wow. When you live a whole life of some bullshit and all of the lies pile up, alive in the reverse. Grandparents that are not being watched or weren't being watched are gonna commit suicide. I don't know. There's a lot of cowards here. There's a lot of cowardly energy. This serial killer wants to hide. They want to commit suicide too. Oh my God. Somebody who just got a tattoo is about to commit suicide. There's like the child of a grandparent, but this could be an adult child. They want to commit suicide. There will be no burial for these people. This is like a suicide fucking squad here. Everyone's gonna separate. This is like a tower of a whole family, a whole group, a whole coven that came together to do some stupid shit when it comes to marriage schemes. They all came together for this scheme. They all want to kill themselves. So they all came together with Christina. They're all in regret. They all want to kill themselves. There's a bunch of people here. For some of you, they're gonna kill themselves. So Araceli. Oh my God. Oh my God. And there will be no revenge. Somebody wants to seek revenge because they didn't get away with a crime. So they were willing to kill an innocent person after all the injustice. Yo, I be telling you. This was coming in. This was coming through. For some of you, your pretty woman story will have to wait for another day. 3708. Leo could be significant for you. Your romance story will have to wait for another day because that's actually what I thought was going to channel out. But I have to go with the flow because this is what's here. There will be no fake crime of passion. And there will be no fucking revenge. There will be no fucking revenge. What fucking revenge, you fucking pieces of shit? And then on top of that, you want to kill yourselves. Face what you've done. Have a little bit of fucking courage in your life. Don't go out as such a coward. You're going to have to come back and do it anyway. Face what you've done. Go to prison. Face what you've done. This fucking cult is over. A religious cult? Extreme religious beliefs for some? I'm just a messenger. This cult is falling apart. And a bunch of these people are going to prison for planning a fucking murder and a dismemberment, assassination here. For fucking greed. So a lot of people don't talk about how cults make money. And it's usually not in legal ways. Not all cults, because there are some groups that are covens that stand for the betterment of humanity. In this situation, this cult stands for insanity, stealing, robbing, cheating, harming innocent people. That's what they stand for. There's a bunch of people here that want to kill themselves because they can't assassinate someone else. They can't assassinate someone that will remain alive because God said so. It's about Lorenzo because God said so. The lies are exposed. And then somebody could have also been like projecting. I am getting this. I'm getting like so disrespectful. I am getting that somebody was also like projecting, like maybe even pretending like someone was an innocent person was under investigation for child molestation. I'm getting a bunch of slanderers and stalkers, group stalking, gang stalking. Oh yeah, we're investigating a child molester, or we're investigating a serial killer. Mind you, they are the fucking serial killers. Someone followed their intuition and got scared. Someone followed their intuition and got scared. This is almost like someone pretending to go see an apartment that they're supposedly interested in, but you don't know that this is a stalking, lying psycho. And you're like, this person doesn't really seem, something is giving me a bad feeling. I'm getting a bad feeling. Bradley, Lauren, I'm getting a bad feeling. I'm getting a bad feeling. For some of you, these people got serious mental issues and they were trying to project it onto someone else. Hallucinations, a fake friend, a frenemy. It's about Jeremy. This is almost like someone like, it's like, I'm just seeing the neighborhood. You don't know they're stalking someone that lives in your complex that you rent people, like you rent to people. You have an apartment building, you have a house, you have something. So you have a spouse. And it's like, I'm getting a bad feeling about this person. Somebody wants to kill someone that has some type of notoriety. It's about sobriety test, a field sobriety test. Someone will remain alive. Stalking and perversion. An innocent person who has no spiritual debt or is not indebted to. This is almost like reminding me of like something my father used to say all the time, and it was so creepy to me. He's like, I owe the Colombians so much money. I'm like, what fucking Colombians are you fucking talking about? We have nothing to do with your fucking life. I got a download like that. I don't owe your fucking debt. You disowned me a long time ago. I'm not your fucking child. And I'm an adult now. Your debt is not mine. Child to your grandparents. I am the child of Felix Antonio Nuñez and Gladys Nuñez Maldonado. Those are my parents. They protected me when my family neglected me. For some of you, it's a toxic fucking family in the field. They want you to pay off a debt with your soul. My grandparents are my leaders. Those are my nurturers. God gave me to them spiritually. I haven't had parents in years, if not this whole fucking life, to be quite frank. Decades. For some of you, something has to do with toxic, I don't know, maybe like, I am getting like some type of like adoption, or like, it's almost like the transmutation of energy and then changing. It's like cutting out a chunk of your family line. That's what's there for some of you. Stalking, surveilling, illegal surveillance. There was no fucking love. There was no love story. There was no love. I don't know if somebody tried to sell you to somebody as like, for some of you, the Omaha. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't know. Omaha, is Omaha mountainous? Mountainance. Sometimes your tenants. Tenancy laws. Suicide and mountains. Take that how that resonates. There will be no fucking revenge plot. When it comes to somebody who is a celebrity, someone who has notoriety in the upright, someone who does things correctly, I'm just a messenger. This was coming in. Fucking illegal marriage schemes for some. I don't know, a lot of fraud in a situation. There will be no crime of passion either. outer space, your DNA. I told you something about like DNA and changing things, and on a spiritual level, for some of you, I just don't see God letting you get in trouble or in some type of like precarious situation. I just don't. The lies are exposed about some bullshit assassination. Somebody could have lied and said, you're under investigation for assassination. I'm just a messenger. The name David is very important. Somebody lied and said, you're a serial killer, so that people could be afraid of you and that you're under investigation. This was their voodoo. For some of you, somebody was lying to people, telling them that you're under investigation for killing someone. There is a fucking tower to this bullshit. There's no inside sick society. A sick society. There's going to be a group that's going to be exposed for being very sick. Somehow Amber Rose. Fake death in the reverse. Somebody couldn't fake their death. They couldn't usurp identities. They couldn't do some crazy shit. Just crazy fucking shit. And they can't assassinate innocent people so that they could fucking like, it's like take over, dismember someone, pretend like they're you now or you're them now. I don't know, some weird shit. Someone's fucking trapped as fuck. I'm just a messenger. It's all fucking in their fucking truck. Somebody be, I don't know. Anyways, I guess serial killers need to get some too. They be robbing identities here. Just a messenger. This was coming in. They be robbing identities here. The sun, yes, the world. There's a completion of this chapter here. This person is in a fight, maybe. The number 5, external conflict, struggle, competition, physical activity, disagree, obstacles, debate, agitation, self-doubt, annoying, trivial, distance, and disturbance. Okay. Something about corrupt public servants. Something about a very important public service announcement. We have a no. There's a lot of mental Isabella. There's a lot of mental instability here. There's a lot of clouded judgment when it comes to making decisions. Somebody needs to depart. They need to distance themselves. Somebody is very worried because someone is going to prison. They're in a mental prison, a lot of mental fog. They were projecting who they are. They were projecting their scars onto the world, and they were looking for a victim or a sacrifice so they won't have to carry their own cross. And God told them, think thrice. You're not going to like this lesson. Someone speaks with a lisp. Prison. Mental prison, physical prison. 8 of Swords. Siege, slavery, coercive restraint. Isolation, unable to move. Intellectual detention, or some type of real detention. Self-contained, blindfolded, interference, frustration. 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 2 of Sven. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, a lot of mental instability. Someone who is going to end up in a hearse. 2 of Swords, blocked. 4 of Swords, a rest period, moving away. Somebody can't move, they can't leave because something's going to end up in an accident. Someone's going to suffer an accident. They can't leave. They're nervous. Someone, their mind is gone. Again, I'm getting Jeffrey Dahmer. It's about embalming someone. They were planning to embalm someone. It's about embalming. Yes, someone can't move. A Page of Pentacles, for some reason, I'm getting it as carless. Someone's going to end up without being able to move. Yes. At work. I don't know. I don't know why this Emperor is showing up. This Emperor feels very out of place. I think we've switched up the energy now. I think we got what we needed out of this. We're not going to talk about Pretty Woman. We're not going to go that long today, my lovies. The energy is about to switch up because I got what I needed. Because someone got what they needed. And somebody is feeling defeated. So it's about Lorenzo. It's about Enzo. Yeah, we got what we needed. Yeah, we got what we needed. So that's it for today. Until soon, you know what it is. I absolutely love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. So about spirit cooking loves you. Weird rituals and adores you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend and your spirit friends and your sister friend and your spirit friends. In love always, in love always, in love always, and forever. Peace, homies.